Well, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to VP4TV. I'm just looking in the lobby. Tommyy has arrived. We're here for another one-loss side match in this year's VP4 Virtual Bank Pool World Championship. We're waiting on LS3 arriving. It's going to be a race to 4 quickly while we wait on LS3 turning up. We've got this match tonight. But we also have another match tonight that cropped up, and it goes in an hour's time. And that's a match between Albinario and Semi-Pro on the Virtual World Snooker Championships. Race to 6. I think it's around, is it a round 3 match or something? I'm not sure. And Slim, One Pocket Slim, is going to be covering that. He will also cover the one tomorrow. I think that's what he said. And it's at 2:30 my time, so that's breakfast time, Slim's time. The reason for that also is that I'll be driving home at that time from work, and then I have to get something to eat and then probably fall asleep, so I wouldn't be in a fit condition to do that. So this match that we hopefully have coming up probably won't take all that long, considering some of the racks go very quickly. Some take maybe 20 minutes or so, depending how it goes. But we first need to have 2 competitors, and LS3 has arrived, so the room should be up, or it's just about to, and we'll get in. Now, I can't remember whether Steve said he was going to be here. There's no sign of him in Discord. I think he might be at the golf again, so I'm assuming then that he won't be here. If he is, he'll turn up in the room. In the meantime, we'll get ourselves in. They're probably lagging off at the moment. Welcome everybody. Oh no, we're just about to. So we've got Tommyy on the right, we've got LS3 on the left, and remember, of course, it is only a race to 4. Well done to Matt, MC Clarkey last night. I probably could have streamed that match, considering that it only lasted about an hour. I still went to bed before it had finished, but even at that point, Matt was 3-0 up. So that was a good result for Matt against Mal. And in some respects, what goes against Mal is, Mal's a very, very capable player, very strong player. The problem is he's very strong when he's playing AI all the time. He constantly, well, not constantly, but he doesn't do any human-on-human matches. It's all against the AI, and he'll play in the offline tournaments, and then he'll upload videos. So he's constantly used to playing them, where they tend to, a lot of them do dumb shots. The problem is he was up against Matt last night, who's very capable, and I don't know whether that's working against Mal. He gets plenty of practice playing offline. Well, as I say, I never saw an awful lot of it, but the end result is that MC Clarkey survives. Meanwhile, LS3 is off the mark. The 6 ball is awkward because she's hampered, and a double kiss there didn't help her either. Now that 3 ball will definitely bank. And the cue ball is going to get a rub off that 1 ball as well, so the only thing you've got to be careful here is you don't end up scratching. So Tommyy is off and running also. Well, I could try banking the 4, but he's got to get the cue ball out of the way. Well, Matt is, as I say, that's the thing, Cobra. He's used to doing that kind of stuff against the AI. and a lot of the times he'll probably get away with it against the AI. But this is the point I'm making. You know, he needs to get more match play in before a tournament like this starts, so he can get proper preparation. To me, proper preparation isn't playing dumb AI players, because they'll do stupid stuff. They've got no sense of safety at all, and I think Mal maybe thought Matt was of the same ilk, and then he found out he isn't. You know, and shot choices. You know, any other day, his aggressive shots would he would probably benefit from them, but problem being he's up against a capable player who's, you know, going to take the points that are there and more, given the chance. Yeah, well, you need to be playing players who are going to give you a game semi-pro. If that's a hint at me, I'm in no fit state to be playing anybody at VP4. So you need to find somebody better than just a mug. You need to find somebody of your level who's going to give you problems. But just looking for poor patsies and mugs like me to beat the arse off is not the way to improve your game either. I'll just make that point. Just, you can find other suckers, but I ain't going to be one. So, LS3 again went for the wild bank there. Could have called the double bank the pace that was played at. But like I say, if Mal gets the idea of playing in another tournament, then if I was him, I would get himself online. But then again, you know, his lifestyle and whatever commitments he's got away from VP4, it doesn't give him time to get a lot of games in, and when he does, it's offline stuff. No good for playing in online tournaments, in my opinion. So LS3 with a slim lead, 3 balls tied up in the line there, so they're going nowhere fast. Well, players are going to avoid you, semi, if all you're going to do is just clear the table every 5 minutes. And that's why players avoid you as well. See, at some point in VP4 you get too good and then folk just don't want anything to do with you. Simple as that. Back in the day I would have played you, but I'm in no condition to be playing the game. I can't see the bloody table, and I don't get table time. And what table time I do is cowboy. That's what I enjoy, because in that type of game at least I've got a chance, and that's what I'll stick to. Just do that my days off and then fall asleep the rest of the days. So Tommyy gets it all square. Now that 3 ball will probably bank up and down past that 1 and 5. Is it the 1 and 5 that's there? Well, it will be, or is it a 9? Well, again, these players seem to want to slam the ball. I think, you know, slamming it's fine, but I think you could be slamming it to try and hold the line, but to me I would have played that at a more medium pace. Right, I'm going to do, after this shot, I'm going to do one more quick tab, and then I'm just going to shut down Discord, because that's, yeah, I'm just going to get rid of that. I'll be back in a second. Now, hang on to adjust my volume. Am I sounding a bit quiet? Because my volume in Gamecaster seems to have reset itself to a low setting again. Is the volume okay? I don't know why. I was just, when I tabbed out there, I was looking at the volume levels in Gamecaster, and the game volumes went back down. I had them both turned up full. As long as you're happy with it, that'll do. So Tommyy into the lead. That 2-ball will bank. Needs to get that. I think that might have actually, I don't know whether that actually double kissed it. It sounded like it slightly, the way the cue ball slid off it. So the 2-ball's dead. 1 ball, I think, will bank. You've got to cut across it. The 5-ball looks better. I don't know whether it's got room though. No, it doesn't. You can cross bank the 1. That's a great shot. Oh, and if it misses the 5, well, I think the 6-ball's more than likely in the way of the bank. It's very tight. It will, I mean, it will go past the 6 and bank, but it's so easy to just push that 5 into the 6. And I was trying to give it all the chance to get there this time, but it was very strong odds to get the line. It was always going to go very close to that 6-ball. Well, this 6 will bank as well. There's enough room off the rail. And that'll be a missed call. So I take it you're gearing up for that match later on, Slim, just so that everybody knows, because there's latecomers are dropping in. I'll be covering this match, obviously, till its conclusion. And then I'll be looking in on Slim covering the Albinario, whoever he's playing match, because I've straight away forgotten who he's playing. Who the hell's playing? Is it you, Cobra? No, he's not in the snooker, is he? Who the hell's Albie playing? I've totally forgotten. That's how bad my memory is. I only looked at the fixture 5 minutes ago, and now I've totally forgotten. I just know Albie's playing, and I don't know who he's playing, because it's went straight out my head. Somebody remind me quick. Oh, it is. It's semi-pro, that's right. This has got to get the cue ball out of the way quick. So Tommy's on the hill in this rack, and that's what the problem was there. And well, it's either a thump on the right hand side to cut that across to the top right hand corner, or it's a big reverse bank. That's excellent. First game goes to Tommyy. He's not hanging about. Well, there's not many guys left in this Virtual World Snooker Championship, and at the moment the high break prize that I'm dishing out is going to Mal with his 128. So Mal probably isn't even aware there's any sort of prize up. He won't be back for months now. You'll never see him again. So there's still time for somebody to top that. So 3 and 7 ball are no good where they are. 9 balls get a chance for a bank. Not from where it is there though. And this might be a crossover in the 4. That was well done also. Tommy's just making up his mind. He's seen the shot and he's just playing it. He ain't hanging about thinking about it. I think he's got a night in the town planned, because this is another beautiful shot. If it just keeps holding the line, oh, he gave it every chance. That was a better pace, because he gave it every chance to go in. Oh, good afternoon to Run Out Rob, letting everybody know he's here. Or is it Stub? We'll never know. And by the way, Semi, when you were asking me for a game of snooker earlier on and I said I was busy actually trying to install a whole pile of map mods, about I think it was over 100 files I was trying to install into Eurotruck, because I've got a big map combo set up again. And oh, hang on a minute, LS3's bailed out, lost the connection. She's back in the blink of an eye. So I only come into the lobby to see if there was any updates and matches on the fixtures for those tournaments. And about an hour and a half later, I'd got all the mods installed and the map's up and running. So I'll be back Euro trucking. Well, this rack at the moment is going to take a wee bit of a time to resolve itself, because the way those balls are on the right hand side are not great. One ball's not really that great down there either, and the 5 ball is certainly blocked up into the top right hand corner. This is a reverse bank into the gap. Now, what pocket did he call there? He's going the other way. Where the hell is he going? I never noticed what pocket he called. You try and play that on the side. Not a bad effort. Well, is this a crossover in the 9 in between the 8 and 5? Oh no, it's the 2. Well, the table's getting a bit uglier with this setup. Cross bank on the 8 again, got to get the cue ball out of the way. And it didn't get the line. So the 8 ball's now pretty much dead. 2 ball, the bank into the top right hand corner is really the only shot I can see. There's that blue donut again. So is this a 3 railer? 1, 2. It went too narrow. Now there might be enough room for that 9 in the side. Well, there ain't much room, is there? Not when you look at it from that angle. A double bank on the 9 into that pocket there. Right. Well, there's a free go here for Tommyy. Although I forgot I was at the wrong end of the table. The 9 ball has ended up in the kitchen, so it's out of the equation. And the 2 balls going in past the 8. So now LS3 has the 2. and at best she'll maybe have a 9 ball after it, but that'll be about it. Well, the cue ball's not taking a great line for the bank on the 9, but it is a crossover and past that 8 ball. Oh no, it's up and down. Well, again, there's a reverse bank on the 2, there's a crossover on the 9 into the top right. Now, if this goes short of the pole, it's went away wide. So this is as good a bank as you're going to get at the moment, this 9 ball. Two in the side. But what is there to follow it? Could do a 2 rail on the 8 ball. Well, it's tough going at the moment. Neither of them are going near any of these balls that are sort of tied up. I think they're scared to move them. Well, the 6 ball going in is a bit of an improvement. Well, I think it's taking a wee while for LS3 to get her eye in and find these lines. So 6 into the top right hand corner looks pretty good from here. Again, Tommy's hitting it with pace to try and hold the line, but again I think a medium pace would have worked just as well. Medium pace with the right line gives it all the more chance to go in. But this is a mess now. This is anybody's guess what's available. Well, that's just a gift for Tommyy. And LS3 has to be careful here or this match will just run away from her. Tommyy 1-0 up in racks and 3-1 up in this one, so LS3 might want to wind it in and not be taking too many risks, because this rack will very quickly be over. So each time, I mean, LS3 is looking for banks all the time rather than just being a wee bit cautious, because the price to pay is when you don't get the bank and you leave an easy one on for your opponent. And likewise with this, Tommy's got the bank up and down in the 8, and if he brings the cue ball back up the table, he's bound to have at least a sight on that 5 ball that's just been spotted. And again, he's slamming at them. I would never hit that bank as hard as that. And LS3's been given a lifeline in turn by Tommyy, although he was holding the cue ball for that 5. Well, we're back to square one. Nothing on. Crossover in the 5, the 3. But again, the cue ball has to get out of the way. And that's a missed call. And at best, LS3 is going to have the crossover in the 3 ball or the reverse bank in the 5. The 8 ball would come into play as well if she can get top side. I think this is a crucial bank here for LS3, because if she doesn't get it, she's going to leave Tommyy something. Yeah, another missed call. Well, the 5 ball is coming up in the spot, and that may well have saved her there. Crossover on the 8, or an up and down to the bottom right as we look. Well, this time that's not get the legs. Didn't quite pick the line either. So again, a crossover for LS3, but a very dangerous shot to be taken on here. I think I'd be potting the 1 ball and getting it on the spot, because if she makes a mess here, again Tommyy can just pounce. He's bound to have some sort of shot. I don't know that. Well, there might be enough room past that 8 ball, and that's a great shot. And that, again, by LS3, giving Tommyy these chances. Tommyy needs 1 more from anywhere he can get it. And again, that pace is much better to me. Just that he's not picking the line. That pace is far better than slamming at a lot of them. Oh, it could have done with missing that. Kissing the 8 ball there. And where's she going? Cross side. Again, here we go. And LS3 praying that there's nothing left on for Tommyy. Well, that 8 ball's in his spot. And so he's got a chance for a 2-0 lead. Whether he wants to try and go up and down by cutting across it or cross banking at top left. He's definitely not picking the line and nose. I mean, that's a full diamond along the short rail in the bottom, away from the pocket. And he may well be lucky that he hasn't left anything good here for LS3. Here we go again, and this time it's a gift. Tommyy with ball in hand, and it's 2-0 for Tommyy. I expect him to get this in, and I don't think he needs to slam it. He just needs to get the line and nice medium pace, give it all the chance to get in the hole, and that'll do. And again, LS3 going for shot after shot after shot, and more often than not, Tommy's just picking her off the way these balls are finishing. So I think she's going to have to get a bit more strategy in this to stay in this match. She's not. I mean, Tommy's profiting more from LS3 than she is from him. So I think it's time to wind it in a wee bit until the odds are a bit better on certain banks. Well, the three up and down into this bottom left hand corner looks pretty good. The cue ball though is running across the table, and it's got the 5, but where the cue ball's going now is where it probably would have ended up having played a crossover in that 3, and now it's landed pretty nice in the 1 ball. Let's see if it goes. Crossover in the 3 though. Got to start stringing a couple of these together here, LS3, I feel, if she's going to make a mark and get into this. Now needs a bump, and that'll do. The only problem is there's not an awful lot of room past the 8 ball. Can't touch that 8 ball. Got to get it clean. This 2 ball, if it's banking into the corner. Excellent. That was well done. And now LS3 suddenly is 1 away. And the good thing is that 8 ball's tied up in the corner there, so Tommyy would need that ball. And so LS3's got herself in a good position here and doesn't want to be throwing it away. Not giving Tommyy any lifeline at all here. Well, the crossover in the 4 is on into this bottom right hand corner. I think that's a shot. Oh, it looks nice to me. It's not got there. Well, the 8 ball hasn't improved any, so Tommy's still got a shot though. 1 up and down, or down and up, however you want to describe it. Top left hand corner. I'm surprised some of these up and down banks are getting missed by so far. Well, not a lot here for LS3. 8 ball blocks the bank obviously up the table, but reverse bank the 4 into the top left. But there's 2 balls up there in the open. Well, the 4 ball is going to end up blocking the pocket there, so I mean this is put LS3 in an even stronger position. Those 2 balls been dead, so she's favourite to win this rack and go off the mark. I don't know whether that 6 ball will come past the 1. Aye, it will. It does go. Crossover bank in the 6 into the side. It looks pretty good to me. And that's well done. And at last, LS3's in the game. And that was a far better rack. Tommyy didn't get an awful lot of opportunities there. That break, I think, was dry. Now, what's immediately obvious here? Not a lot. The 8 ball's certainly not banking past the 5. That's never going to go. This time Tommyy convinced himself he could squeeze that 8 ball past the 8. I didn't think it was ever on. It would have been a minor miracle if it had got past that 5. But he might be considering himself fairly fortunate that he hasn't left something as a nice easy starter for LS3, because this is awkward whatever way you look at it. And it's a dangerous table to be taking risks on already here. Now, where's she going? Up and down past the 3. Looks like it. Well, that looks a nice pace, but the cue ball's leaked away. And Tommyy, with ball in hand, He's certainly got the 3 ball. He's got the 5 cross side. This rack could be over here. The reverse bank on the 1. 8 ball up and down. I mean, there's choices here for Tommyy. He could cross up and down the 3 as well, although that's now get bumped. And LS3's got off the hook. Tommyy only got the 1, so she'll be relieved at that. So up and down again with a 6 ball. Now I think it'd be handy to keep the cue ball up there, because that 9 ball's a good bank. But the angle that she had to play it at was not going to hold the cue ball there. I think the 9 will still cross over, but again, you've got to try and get that cue ball out of the way. It looks as if it will go, but you've got to hit it with the pace for it to get across, and everything's moving so quickly, it's awkward to get the cue ball. Is this going up and down? Oh, I like the pace in that. That's lovely. Unfortunately, the cue ball is dead. That was a nice pace, that the way that 9 ball rolled in. Well, 7 ball gets spotted. That's tied up with the 6. Now, does the 2 go? I think it does. Again, Tommyy leathering it. There is a crossover in the 4, but again, this is really awkward, and there could be scoring opportunities from it here if LS3 doesn't get this in. Oh, I love the pace of that again. That is excellent. A beautiful pace on those couple of banks. And this 2 ball's as good as in the bag as far as I'm concerned. I mean, this is a bank every day of the week. It needs to miss the pocket though. Now, let's have a look at that 6 ball. It's too straight. I was looking to see whether the 6 ball would actually bank with a combo up and down, but it's too straight. But that certainly banks that 7 ball. That's opened everything up that end of the table. 3 ball up and down. Or 6 ball. Good shot again. Oh dear. Well, LS3 will be breathing a sigh of relief. Now, both players don't need any of those 2 balls that are down in this short rail, the 8 or the 1. But of course the 6 ball's out of the game. Oh, this is going to be an attempt to 2-rail it into that top right hand corner. And this time it's gone wide. And look at the way the 1's sitting again. This is a perfect bank onto that first diamond, more or less. And Tommyy will be all square with this one. Oh no, he sent it too wide straight away. But again, I think he's got away with it. I don't see much on here for LS3. Now, it is risky. Why not just put the 6 ball in its spot and leave the cue ball in the pocket? Would that leave a 6 up and down? It wouldn't be a perfect angle for a 6 up and down. It's a bit like hanging the bait out for Tommyy. So now that I've said it, LS3's banked to 8 onto the 6, opened everything up. And again, Tommy's been gifted the chance to win the rack. That was a fatal move there by LS3. And it's not until you play a shot like that and then you see the outcome of it that you then realise the error of your ways and the damage you've just done. You're staring at a 3 racks to 1 deficit here, but again, Tommyy hasn't delivered, and straight away it's back in LS3's hands. She's got the 2 balls there that she needs, and again, not a difficult 8 ball, and it's on a knife edge this rack. Big 2 rack swing here coming either way. Tommyy now only needs the 1, and the 1 it's going to be, or the 6 into the corner. The 6 looks good, they all look good. So this for a 3-1 lead. Again, not finding the line. Now a quick reminder to folks that are joining us, if there's anybody out there, we have this match which started 40 minutes ago, and it might not have an awful lot longer to go, but at the top of the hour we've got the Virtual World Snooker Championship match. It's either round 3 or round 4, I can't remember, but it's between Albinario from Sweden and Semi-Pro from the UK or England, and this rack is still up in the air, but Tommyy again has another go at the rack ball. And in it goes. Sooner or later it was going to happen. So now LS3, its backs to the wall to survive. Breaks dry. Already a couple of balls tied up top left. And Tommyy, LS3 has a 6 ball. And again, nothing immediately jumps out to me as being an obvious, simple, straightforward bank here. Not a lot at all. See, if that was me, I'd be just bumping into this, I'd be bumping into the 1 ball, just leaving the cue ball there. I don't see anything obvious I'm leaving on. The 7 balls block the 5. I'd be just, see, LS3's going all out. And that 2 ball was going in, but it's run into the cue ball. And now it's what damage has LS3 done again. And again, it looks straight away that she's got away with it. I mean, the 5 will go. It will cross bank into this corner, but it's a wild shot, I think. I'll have a quick drink and find my bottle. Well, that's looking good. Is it going to get there? No. Well, 2 ball crossover past the 9 and 1 top left. Plenty of room to get past them. Went to rail too soon. And now the 2 balls there up into the top left. I mean, that's a good line where the cue ball's sitting right now. The 4 ball is an option as well, but the 2 ball looks just as good. That's a nice pace, but it's not got the line. And that's now going to be dead also. So the 4 ball's out the game. And once again, Tommyy is a bit fortunate that he's not left anything straightforward and simple here for LS3. There's not a lot on. I'm looking around to try and visualise a shot here for a bank. I mean, where's this going? Into the side? Oh, the corner. So now that pocket's dead. The bank on the 7. That's simple and straightforward. Remember, Tommyy only needs this rack to survive deeper into the one loss side. LS3 needs everything. Well, the 5 ball rolls out the way. 2 ball will cross up and down. Problem with that is the cue ball's running in towards the 1 ball that's over the corner pocket up there if she plays that shot. Yeah, that was always going to happen. Now, does the 8 ball bank? Again, there's plenty of time and plenty of room for the cue ball to go out of the way here. That's going to end up the top of the table. And that's perfect. Now, crossover in the 1. That looks an option. Into that corner. Now, has Tommyy left anything for LS3? Not a lot, but a 3 ball up and down. Looks good. Absolutely plumb. Well, it's going to be hard work now for LS3 because this table's not great, especially where the cue ball is. And now she's at a lash at the cross bank, and this cue ball is bouncing, and it's an easy, well, it's a far more simple proposition to bank this too. You just got to make the angle though, because it isn't set. You just got to push it onto that rail at the right angle. And that was pretty nigh perfect. And all I see for LS3 is the crossover in the 9. Or the up and down into the top left, bottom left here. Looks good again, but it's just caught the rail too soon. And this match is very finely balanced here in terms of LS3 surviving and Tommyy running out the winner. And that totally denies LS3 any other option than crossing over that 9 ball. Or the 1. Oh, again, the pace is beautiful. It's just caught the rail again too soon. Good effort. But that now kills the opportunity for Tommyy to cross over the bank. But he can go up and down here, I think. Up and down into this corner. Plenty of room past those 2 balls on the left hand side. It wasn't easy to pick the line though. So we've got 1 ball in play, the rest are pretty much dead. I don't even know that 5 ball banks. It might bank, but the 2 balls perilously close. Now, according to LS3, she called the right hand side pocket there. So she's going long rail, short rail, and across into the side. That's not a bad line. That is a brilliant effort, and that is unlucky. That would have been one of the better banks of the tournament, that one. So Tommyy makes a choice to try and get a ball into play. He's put the one ball in, and where the 9 ball is, that's blocking the bank on the one into the side. That's now bumped the 5 into play, and there's an up and down on that one into the top right. But for LS3 to have anything, for Tommyy to have anything else, he has to get that cue ball up where he's going. And that was a good shot. Had that one ball gone in, because he was lying perfect in the 5. But now he's given it up to LS3. She wants it, and if she needs it, it has to go this. Again, they're going to the rail too soon. And that 5 ball is up and down for Tommyy, and the 1 ball. But the lifeline for LS3 is that Tommyy needs one of these other balls as well. And of course LS3 needs them. And then once again there's an up and down on this 5 ball. It's just gone in too narrow. But now it brings the 5 into play. Well, at least it's better than where it was 2 seconds ago. But LS3 has got to be careful. I mean, she's got to look at that scoreboard. Tommyy only needs 2 balls. And if she leaves him on anything here, the match could be over. Well, not the way that 2 ball went in. He certainly wasn't getting that opportunity. That was hammered home. And now a crossover in the 5 will tie up the match. Tie up the rack, I should say. But nothing doing elsewhere. That 5 ball I think was going, but the cue ball didn't get out of the way. So one of the players is going to have to be brave and try and make the move at the right time here. Well, the 5 ball certainly ain't banking from there. I mean, you could try cutting it to the rail and crossing it over, but there's not much doing other than that shot now. The 5 at best is a 2-railer around the corner into this bottom left. Now where did he call there? Top left? He didn't certainly call bottom left, I don't think. Did he? Now if he called that pocket, that was superb. That was brilliant. I never even noticed what pocket he called there. That was a 1. How many rails was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. A 4-railer. Well, that could be a match winner if only there was other balls in play. But Tommyy needs 1 more. And LS3 needs everything. And she cannot move that 4 ball right now. And got to protect this 5 ball. Well, I think this is all or nothing here. And well, with that last shot Tommyy played, he might be going for something similar here. Certainly at least a 2-railer. Now he's called it into that top right. Is he going up and down twice? No, he got a double kiss there. Or did he? Again, that's absolutely fantastic. What a match winner that was. Two in a row from Tommyy. I thought he had a double kiss there. Maybe that was a bit deceptive, but two brilliant 1, 2, 3, 4 railers Tommy's played there in that rack. And, well, that was it. I mean, there was good, the bad, and the ugly in that match. Many of them were ugly. But the ones that did go in, especially those two from Tommyy, they were crackers. So, well done to Tommyy. He's through fairly comfortably in the end by 4 racks to 1. We are 5 minutes away from the match with Albinario and Semi-Pro. That'll be on One Pocket Slim's channel, so he'll be warming up right now. So get yourself over there, and that'll be a race to 6. Let's have a quick look before I shut down here, and we'll just have a look at the bracket and see where Tommy's sitting. Well, Tommy's now through, waiting on the winner of Sergeresh and MC Clarkey. It's hard to see how these matches are going to go, because I mean anything can happen. There's such a short race in the one-loss side. You've got Larry and One Pocket Slim lined up. You've got Bankster and Acero lined up. And that's a match I can cover. I think it's on Tuesday, is it? I think it's on Tuesday afternoon, because then I'm finished my work, so I can cover that match. Right, so winner's side, what have we got in the winner's side? We've got Stubb against Bedhead, and that's the bottom half of the draw. And in the top half, we've got Albinario against Cobra. Both of those matches still to be arranged, and they've still got plenty of time. They've got until June the 7th to get them sorted out. So that is it, folks. Thanks for joining. I'm going to be heading over to watch the stream. Well done, Tommyy. 2-4 railers in that match in that last rack. Excellent. So we'll see you later, folks. Take care and good night, and I'll see you on Tuesday.